First and foremost, the most people are aware now of the Tim Kennedy situation, whatever you want to call it, stolen valor or just exaggerated lies of his military service. But I'll tell you this: almost everyone that I talked to that either served with him or worked with him always said great things about Tim. But in the veteran community, there are lines. He did say that he had a Bronze Star with Valor, and a Valor Award is a big deal in the military.
Insulting and dishonorable to lie about things you didn't do, correct?
Well, one, I've said this before, and I think veterans are one of the last bastions of respect in our community. But if we don't correct the problem, then I don't think
lose respect.
we'll lose respect as well.
This is an excellent point you're making, which is why you take it so seriously. Because I know that you do take it. They were not happy with Tim at all. I've been hearing this for a while, actually. Maybe it was because it's probably coming from people you're reporting, but I forget who it was, unfortunately. But something Navy SEAL was telling me a while ago that Tim was full of shit. But I just wasn't sure if it was true or not.
Well, I think what's even more ironic about it is in the veteran community, these guys' names that we're talking about, it's never been a secret in our community, but we just don't really talk about it publicly. And this is something that I've had to deal with because I get a lot of backlash from it. I do.
Some veterans get mad at you too for doing this.
Yeah, some usually because they don't know the whole story. But it does look like some infighting. Like it does look like veterans are trying to tear down other veterans.
Yeah, so I could understand that perspective too. It's tricky. I liked him, but I think it was important to expose the lies. But I could understand like, oh, you're attacking your own. But the lies are so outrageous that they kind of had to be exposed. That's hard for me saying that about a friend, but I just think I have to be an honest person too.
Exactly.
And I'll still be friends with Tim, It's like, if he wants to be friends with me after I have to talk about this, but I would still want to be his friend. But he did apologize for it, but it took a while.
Yeah.
I did see he wrote apology, and I'm like, whoa. Because I've been hearing it for a while, and I saw that. I'm like, wow, he came out and admitted it finally.
Yeah. And I said it in my podcast, at the very end of it. And I was like, hey, like, we've all made mistakes. I mean, some are bigger than others. Some are in the public. Mistakes, some stay in the private. But we all make mistakes. And and if Tim would come out and just apologize about it and say, hey, like these, I shouldn't have done this. Guess who's going to welcome him back?
He did apologize on Twitter. Would you sit down and have a podcast with him?
Absolutely, I would.
I think he should do that.
I've talked to Tim several times
I really
since
feel like
since the
sit down and
podcast.
talk to you and try that.
And we've always had cordial conversations.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. That's why he's such a likable guy. Is why this is so hard, and that's why it's like. Part of me should I ask the questions? Like I can't have you on and avoid the question. Right. Then I would have no integrity.
Right. And this isn't for me to decide. I don't. He did come out and he did apologize about the Bronze Star with V because at some point it became
too obvious,
indefensible. But he hasn't really taken accountability for all the other things. But then, I get it. Like, what do you want from him?
It's tough. It's tough.
Do you want him to come on and just go line by line? I lied about this, and just completely, desecrate a man?
I think he needs to sit on, have a face-to-face talk, apologize. Maybe he doesn't need to go line by line. Just
I think that's too much.
Man, I lied about a lot of things. I really fucked up. I apologize to the community. I embarrassed myself, the community. I don't know. I think that would be healthy for him and the community and you. And
I do. Because I think he does.
Seems like you do it in a respectful way too.
Because I think he does do good things.
Mm-hmm. And he's not a bad person. We don't want to like.
But you've built this on a bad foundation, and so just foundations can be rebuilt. Rebuild it on a firm foundation, of honesty and integrity, and move forward doing good things. The American public has a short memory. I'll
try to talk to him and hand him your number if he doesn't already have it.
He's got it.
I have no idea he'll say it, but I really think. Yeah, that would be his best move. I don't think you want to shit on him and tear him down.
I could have. We talked a little bit before this, but I could have gone about this a lot more aggressive, even in this podcast. But I'm not.
You were friendly.
I'm not going to do it.
Okay, one more question before we get to military stuff. Robert O'Neill. I was talking to him on Twitter a little bit, you know, and he may be coming on as a guest because I was told he killed O'Neill and Bin Laden.
Right.
But I don't, honestly, I don't know the feud. I just saw you guys had some major feud.
Yeah. And so I said before, this isn't just a big problem in the veteran community. It's not. But
there's a few people.
But there are. But there are a few.
To call the people that.
Yeah. And Rob O'Neill is another one. You know, he said that he killed Osama bin Laden like by himself. He's the only one that killed him. He went into the room and went face to face with the world's #1 terrorist, and that he was holding Amal bin Laden in front of him, and took him out. And that's Rob's story.
Yeah.
Well, the problem with that is, again, because I was in the Delta Force and because I have access to Tier 1 guys, and we work with SEAL Team 6 guys,
alone.
I've known this for 10 years that this just isn't true. We work with those guys.
That doesn't even sound right. Thanks for watching Fight Back Podcast. If you like the show, like, subscribe, or share the video. There's also donation links in the descriptions.
Welcome to ArmsList.com, America's firearms marketplace. Use ArmsList to buy, sell, and trade firearms, ammo, optics, and more. Buy from our nationwide network of firearms dealers. Tired of being nickel and dimed with never-ending fees? Be a part of the ArmsList community for just $6.99 a month. Come and get what they want to take.
Hey guys, I'm demonetized everywhere. So if you want to support me and the podcast, go to fightbackpodcast.com and you can buy some cool merch like the shirt I'm wearing now.
I can do an hour-long podcast debunking this, explaining, but I'll just go over the wave tops. There's several reasons that this isn't true. Matt Bissonnette also wrote a book. Matt Bissonnette was also on the Sean Ryan show just recently. Matt Bissonnette tells a story that I've heard personally from the other assaulters every time. It's not like a 50-50. Some people believe this story. Some people believe Rob's story. Every single person I've talked to that were on the ground have the same story except Rob. And that story is this. Red, the point man going up to the 3rd floor where UBL, his bedroom was, he had a shadowy figure poke out of the bedroom, took shots. That guy rolled back into the bedroom dead, and then 4 guys went into that room. Of course, 4 guys. You wouldn't
go alone, would you?
You're not going to go alone.
I don't know much military, but to me that seems like clearly you'd have at least one partner, unless it was some kind of emergency situation. You had no choice. You'd always bring someone with you.
You're not going to go along. The type of clearing they would do as well is what we call methodical or deliberate clearing, where they're clearing really slow, and so they're clearing it deliberately. 1st floor, 2nd floor, 3rd floor. And when you're clearing slow,
you're creeping through.
Right, you have a bunch of people with you because you're going slow, and so the chances of you going
off alone is not no military. That would clearly make no spin. I guess knowing sports, work, common sense. That doesn't you do that. You look out for each other.
Exactly. So Matt Bissonnette tells how 4 guys. Ironically enough, Amal bin Laden, who was interviewed years later, tells the same story that a team entered in. The White House themselves put out a statement not too long after the raid, where they said, "We want to correct the record." It was put out that Amal bin Laden was being held as a human shield, and they're like, "That's just not true." When we looked into this,
that's something Robert O'Neill says.
Yeah, that's what Robert O'Neill says. But
I was going to book him